I've been dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight. There's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. Dreaming of you. I'm dreaming. Don't cry. Wipe your eyes. He's not dead. Oh, don't weep. He's fast asleep. He's not dead. Big girls don't cry. Big girls don't cry. Big girls, they don't cry. They don't cry. Big girls, they don't cry. Never cry. Your alibi. Hey, everybody. This is Let Me See Your Transcript. Your very favorite history teacher. How are y'all doing this late night? Hey, the respective angle. Yeah, Black people time. Or just Let Me See Your Transcript time. Hey, Angela Smith. Hey, Lindsay. Thank y'all for coming on in. Um, yeah, giving you vocal. I was trying to think of a good. Oh, there's another song I could have did. One last cry before I leave it all behind. To put you out of my mind this time. I live in a lie. Guess I'm down to my last cry. Oh, and then there's another cry song. What's the cry song? Uh, the Mary Mary. Uh, I cried my last tear yesterday. Oh, yesterday. Okay. All right. Hey, Christine, Lindsay, Angela, let me see. And I'm calling my name, Reflective Angle. Apologies for being late. I was trying to make sure I get this video queued up uh, for tonight. But I've been watching a lot of videos. Shout out to the official King. Oh, shout out to Armon with Tasha K. Shout out to my comrade Daryl Moore. Shout out to official King Payne, Sean Davy Way, and shout out to the Darrell Spears TV and other content creators that have been doing videos specifically on Larry Reid's allegations, sexual allegations. Me, Marcellus, Roxanne, and Daryl, we basically were telling y'all the stuff that y'all finding out now. We basically told y'all that over last year and a year before that. So a lot of this is like deja vu. Some people are getting some things wrong, but we go in when we can to clarify things for people. Um, Still, the other side is trying to spin it as usual, doing smear campaigns against people who are I feel are telling the truth. Hey, Holmes, Erica. And so I have been, I know I'm Human First had asked me like, hey, when are we gonna go and do another Larry Reid video? Because we had did one over him withdrawing the lawsuit against Levontre Andrews, who is the man, young 30-something-year-old man, who is accusing him and who has filed a police report. And so he was now was first interviewed by my comrade Daryl Moore, and then was a few months ago interviewed by Bishop Whitehead, and then now he's being in a series of videos. He's being interviewed by Tasha K of the Unwild with Tasha K. So For me and those others who are subscribed to Tasha K, we get to see the video um, a day before everyone else. Okay. So the first video came out last Sunday. The second one, which his mother, Lavantre's mother, is I think this Sunday, and the rest of everyone gets it Monday. So it's supposed to be three, four, I think a 4-part. And so along with Tasha K, other commenters have been commenting about it. Check out Official King Pain. I put his video in the chat. He actually interviewed her on his show last night, and he's replaying it tonight. Sean David Way has also did videos about it. Like I said, D. Durrell, Spears. Even King Jives has been chiming in on the situation. He, for the most part, is like, hey, I have nothing to do with these allegations. However, thanks to the Wiley show, recording a phone call with the King Jives, with King Jives, and King Jives even asked him, like, hey, are you recording this? And Wiley said no. But if you go to Wiley's backup page, you can hear the recording, and he admits what, you know, me, Marcellus, Roxanne, and Daryl said last year before last. King Jives knew that one of the accusers had told him that Larry allegedly molested him. King Jive calls that young man his godbrother. How you not know, how you have a godbrother you never met, that's a whole nother story. Okay. King Jive came out with a video talking about I am not a rat. Also came out that he they found about his mother being in jail, and then they've been bringing that up, and so some people are like, oh, you threw your mother under the bus because they found, and so he made a video about that. So he's just really upset that because of the stuff that has come out about Larry, everyone who is associated or in a similar spirit to him, now the stuff that we dealt with last year, the year before last, is coming back up. And so now he's making these videos defending him because he doesn't want to be associated with it. And I can understand that, but at the same time, I just feel like I wish he would come out and just tell the truth. Larry Reid basically used, okay, I'm gonna say allegedly used Consciouz TV to attack his channel because Jives was actually coming out vocally, and saying, how he felt about Larry Reid, but Consciouz TV, being the mentee or aka employee or boyfriend, allegedly, I don't know, sided with Larry against King Jives. And like, by the way, King Jives and Consciouz were friends. I think they're friends again, but at the time, Consciouz TV sided with Larry, and then he even said on one time on Larry's program, and he said, Consciouz, oh, what have you been doing? He said, oh, I've been going through Jives' Patreon and striking any of his videos that feature you. And I was like, dude, did you just say you're over here attacking his? And by the way, he got a strike on one of the channels. He had to do a backup. He already had a backup channel, and then he had to get a second backup channel because of that. And so when Jives had did a video where he basically was criticizing Larry, and also was for, like, Larry, like, stealing stories and stuff from him too, and also, the thing about his brother and his god brother, and then all of a sudden the video went away, and all of a sudden it seemed like Jives' channel stopped being struck all of a sudden, and it sounded like Jives was on Team Larry, and then it was like he was pairing up with CTV, Breaking the Culture Silence, aka Breaking the Culture Church Hookerdom, and Miss Miko 100. So they were having their little Friday Night Lights about us because we were telling the truth about Larry Reid. So they were like they were his PR team back then. His PR team back now. He still got Consciouz TV out here being, I'm sorry, I just feel like Consciouz TV is really just a ratchet ghetto PR man. I just, hey, Leonard Emil Taylor, hello, Ransom Moreland. But it looked like Larry done got him some new PR people on his team. And part of me feels like I think karma is starting to, is biting Consciouz TV in the ass. And I first realized, really started thinking about it was when shout out to Sir William McCray, Noxious Television. He went live he's mostly live on Facebook. But you can catch some re-uploads on Miss Cruiser 2, TOO. And I'll put the link in the description. So I was watching a video that a friend shared with me. And it was basically Sir William McCray giving his opinion on the allegations against Larry Reid. And he said people have been inboxing him and asking him questions, and he wanted to finally come on here and say something. I listened. Now he does, just letting y'all know, most of y'all know who Sir William is, but for some people who don't, I'm going to explain who he is before I let you hear him. Now, look at the thumbnail, okay? The man on the left-hand side, yes, that's a man. Okay. That's a man, Damon, okay? All right. But he's awfully an effeminate man. And he, has contacts. His eyelashes are very good. And in the video you will see him with long fingernails. He's most of the time wears a hat and he wears a bow tie. He used to be a bigger man, but he got like the gastric bypass surgery, I think. And so he's skinnier now. And so he'd be wearing these little tight suits and stuff. And he's the one who actually started the whole black church vlogging. I guess you could say business. Hey, Sandra, too much for you before. You haven't seen you in a while, sis. I'm glad to see you. Y'all come on in the room. Hey, Battles in Germany. I am loving your videos of Colombia. Oh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. So, okay, so he's the one that started the black church vlogging, and he's been doing probably a little bit over 10 years. So before there was King Jives, before there was Larry Reid, before there was Consciouz TV, vlogging about black church, either the musicians, the preachers, exposing corruption and other things, William McCray was it. Now, like King Jives, William McCray are coming from the Church of God in Christ, or the Cogic Church. Okay, they do a lot of their stuff about people in the Cogic Church, but they also do stories about other black church pastors or musicians or gospel people. Okay, so a lot of these content creators I see now, and I'm just like, you're over here doing black church. Sorry, I'm moving all these wires. You're doing black church content. It started with Sir William McCray. Okay. That's why I put on there, built the table and about to flip it. Because if he will, he would. And then you have on the right hand side, you have Consciouz TV, who actually was in a whole other field. Okay. Oh, you said Ben Sick hanging out with TMH God. Who is TM? Okay, I also follow Bishop Carter. Oh, is he back a bishop? I know he apologized to the Cogic Church to give him his title back. What is TMH God? But I'll definitely keep you in prayer, girl, because I was sick for 2 weeks back in November before Thanksgiving. So, but yeah, we gotta pray this. It's a triple demic out there: flu, RSV, and COVID-19. Whew, praying for everybody, praying for y'all. Okay, so, okay, where was I talking about? Oh, black church vlogging. So they also do other people as well. So now you have, like I said, people like myself, people like Miss Justice, Mad Church Disease, not your typical Negro. There are other people, hood evangelists. Okay. Sometimes you have Sir Walter Jones. Other people who are making commentary either about the black church or about the Bible or about preachers or about um, the system of the church or about how to better the church or maybe problems with the church. Check out Dawson and Denise or Dawson Speaks. Okay. Hey, respective angle. You didn't hear me earlier? Did you come back? Because I was on Black People Time. Or let me see a transcript time. Y'all definitely like, share, subscribe to the respective angle show. Okay. All right. So now you have Consciouz TV actually started out in the I guess you could say beauty and also the reaction television reality show reaction sphere or sector of YouTube. If you go back to his like earliest videos, he did not have a beard, his eyebrows was not as nice. I don't know if he had that piercing on his lip, but he did have one on his tongue. And he was basically doing, it was about hair, makeup, and reality shows. And then he started doing trending topics, and it was like celebrity tea. And then I noticed like about, I forget what year it was, I see that he interviewed Larry Reid. So I was like, oh, this is when they met each other, right? Because I kept trying to figure out, how did Larry Reid, who's in the black church sphere, meet someone like Consciouz? And Consciouz, by the way, calls himself a witch or is a warlock or something he said lately, a couple of months ago. Was it months ago or last year? He's into Christian mysticism. I'm like, okay, whatever. So, but then all of a sudden it was like, when the whole thing with E. Dewey Smith came out, was it 2015? Oh, no, I think it was about 2018. All of a sudden you see a lot more of Consciouz TV in the black church vlogging arena or sector. Hey, TMK Media. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it was like he entered in there via Larry Reid Live. Okay. Think of Larry Reid Live as I always think of Larry Reid Live as the Wendy Williams of the black church vlogging sector. That's how I think of it. It's like he got the tea, but you also either love him or you hate him. Not really hate, but like dislike him. Because if you think about people who watch Wendy Williams, they're like, ugh, I don't like her. But she got the stuff. She got the info. So, but now because of the Larry Reid allegations have come up again, you have the two men that are in the picture in the middle with him, and that's why I put them two together, put them closer together. And if you notice, I have Storm and Armon. Okay, Armon is in the orange coat, Storm is in the gold shirt. I moved them so that they are actually standing in front of Larry, because I feel like now these are his new PR people. And this is how I feel, okay? Oh, you just came back? Welcome back, man. So that, hey, it's like, hey, won't let you sit at their table like it's high school, okay? And here's CTV now, who's been out here being Larry's PR person or mentee or employee, or according to some lover or girlfriend, allegedly. He's upset because someone took his seat at the table. And part of me feels like, you know what? This is karma. Okay. And William McCray is actually going to do a very good job to let you know, go get yourself a drink. Go get you, yeah, he's in his feelings. And so if you look in the description, I have the video from Storm where he and Armon are talking to Larry Reid. Then I also have All About the Trees, an official campaign, who did commentary on Consciouz TV's video where he's critiquing the interview that Storm and Armon did to Larry Reid. You can tell that he is upset. He is sounding like a jealous boyfriend. A jealous, Yes, he was crying. Look, and this is what I don't understand. Larry was crying in Patreon. Okay, that's what I heard. Okay, check out Official Campaign because he gets the juice and stuff too. But he has a much more pleasant personality, I believe. He's very friendly. Um, yeah, that Battles and Journey. Yeah, they better be careful. And Larry was crying in his Patreon video. Now Consciouz TV crying in his video. At this point, I feel like Tom Hanks in The League of Their Own. Are you crying? Are you crying? There ain't no crying in baseball. Ain't no crying in vlogging. Church vlogging? What you crying for? What you crying for? Yeah, look in the middle of Vici. That is Armon Wiggins in the orange coat. And that is Storm Monroe in the gold vest. And so they interviewed on Storm's show, they interviewed Larry Reid, right? And according to Consciouz TV, he didn't ask they didn't ask the right questions to Larry, and he was upset. Tomorrow, I've been here. Basically, Consciouz TV was like, I've been here since the beginning. I've been his friend. I have a vested interest. Y'all just over there because y'all don't like somebody that he don't like. Y'all just over there for a click, like, and a view. And I'm thinking to myself, nigga, we've been you too. You too. Okay. You and then Fisher came playing made a good point. Okay, CTV, you were out here getting the car from Larry on 2 different occasions. You were getting cash apps and stuff. You're over in his chats, sending him super chats and stuff. Okay, you kept talking about we this and we that, and I was trying to figure out, are you speaking French or something? And then all of a sudden, but for some reason, I never saw you at that little restoration church conference, even though you had a picture you put up to my, oh, we got security out here, but I don't see you picture with him or anybody else at the event. Okay. And then now all of a sudden someone Mr. King Payne showed the picture of everybody testifying on Patreon about how good Larry is and how bad Lavontre Andrews is. I noticed your ass wasn't on that fucking panel with them. Oh, you couldn't sit with them neither. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm starting to think Consciouz TV out here, he's a side piece. He's a jump off. He's the guy, he's the person you call for a booty call. Hey, Medina Jade, it's so good to see you, man. Hey, Encourage NYC. Hey, the Shay Show. Hey, Sexator Lady. Did I miss anybody? Hey, Vici. Hey, everybody. Come on in. Please hit the like button. So I'm over here like, look at this here. Look at this here. Now you see over here, I want to say someone said, I think Storm is in Atlanta, but Armon, I think, is from California. So in order for all three of them to be in the room, somebody had to pay for a flight for Armon to get here. Hello. So right now, it look like somebody is upset because they can't sit at the table no more. Hey, Teresa, that their job is being taken. Okay. All right. And this is the thing too. Sir William McCray is gonna say this, and I don't. And this has happened before. And those of you who have followed Daryl or me or Matt Churchsy or Roxanne, we've talked about this before. Okay, we've seen it before. We showed you the receipts. And some people doubt, like, oh, y'all just making it up, or y'all going too far. Yeah, thank you. Allegedly, I think I don't have no receipt, but it just looks, it's too much of a coincidence. Okay. So all I know is when William McCray started questioning Larry about the E. Dewey Smith situation, Larry got mad and he started doing shady stuff. Then all of a sudden you see Consciouz TV He's shouting him out to hey, y'all go watch Consciouz TV. He did a really good report about William McCray. And so I'm looking at Consciouz TV's content, and I'm like looking at, okay, he's done hair, makeup, product reviews, reality show reviews. Then all of a sudden, 2-3 months before, you're doing church content. I was like, that's too much coincidence. And then all of a sudden, it was clearly about William McCray. And it was like, okay, next thing you know, we see, I think it was him or someone who knew him, is giving William McCray in the store some legal papers. And CTV is from Columbia, South Carolina. I believe, y'all let me know if I'm speaking right or wrong. He came to Atlanta, Georgia to give him those, to have someone give him those papers, but CTV took pictures of it. So that means, shouldn't he have talked to Larry or seen Larry when he came down here? Am I right or wrong, y'all? Yeah, girl, allegedly flew out, y'all. Yeah, Sir William was backstab, period. It was like a fucking Shakespearean drama. Y'all seen Othello? Oh, the movie, the remake of Othello. It was like that. Like, oh, we friends, but why you turn around? I'm gonna send somebody over there to make sure you get served and discredited. And so as a result, everybody had to come over here to me. And then allegedly, Larry used CTV then to go after Jives. And Jives was really hurt because Jives had one of those videos too, but he was crying and everything. He had a My Little Pony on the table and stuff. It was real sad. But they were able to rein in Jives allegedly because they attacked his channel. And that's when we find out CTV allegedly got a car. We found out later on it may have been a second car. I don't know. And then you got mad at us when your ex-boyfriend now, who you said was your fiance or your husband at one time, but then we found out he was in jail. We were like, what? And then he got out on CU, and we found out allegedly, according to your ex-boyfriend, CTV is violent. And this man was so scared. He was trying to get back home. He was from I think, was it Kentucky or Tennessee, y'all? I can't remember. He was so desperate. You know who he called? He called Daryl. And Daryl was like, I don't know what to do. So he called us. And we were like, Daryl, well, he must be in real dire straits if he's calling you because he's trying to get away from him. And who else, is going to help him get away but someone who probably doesn't like this man? And so we people and everybody over in the chat, and Daryl, me, Marcellus, Roxanne, and some of the other people, some of the other people in the chat, cash apped him. There was another supporter of Daryl's who was in Columbia, South Carolina, helped him to get a hotel room for the night and drove him to the airport in the morning. They were able to get him on the flight. So we did that. That made CTV so fucking upset. He got on his channel and he was crying and screaming for 2 hours and 38 minutes into one of those microphones, but it was like a light up microphone. It was light up in red. He didn't get off of there until Larry sent him a cash app. Then he got off. He was mad. He's been really mad about it. Yeah, he's using people to achieve his goal. And this is the thing about narcissists. Narcissists, they use people as supply for their for those of us who are empathetic, they're looking for us they're trying to get our energy. or empathy. They want to be the center of attention. So a narcissist will use you as a supply, but then when they no longer get you have a benefit for them, they then go find themselves a new supply, and then they call discard you. And so what is happening before our eyes is what Larry Reid did similarly to, allegedly, to William McCray. He is now doing that to Consciouz TV. Okay, Larry Reid befriended William McCray because he wanted an avenue into the church world. He probably did the same thing to King Jives too. He befriended both of them. At one time, all three of them were supposed to do this kind of like television show or reality show. And we were like, oh, yes, let's do it. Great, 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 great. Right? All of a sudden, Larry was like, oh, my producers say it's going to be a liability and William, you can't do it. And so Jives was friends with William. And so he was like trying to stay out of whatever issue William and Larry were having, but he said one day, oh, Consciouz, you better be careful. And then after that is when Larry was throwing like a little shade and slugs, and then finally he used Consciouz to go after King Jives before he, eventually went at this channel, was able to rein him back in. So hey Roxanne, how you doing? So glad you can be here. So, so while he was using Consciouz to move Sir William McCray out of his spot, because hey, you couldn't use him anymore, and plus you wanted to take his spot, and so you had your employee mentee, over here doing certain things that you didn't have to do on your own channel, right? So when we're out here or different, and by the way, me, Daryl, Marcel, Roxanne, we were not the only ones doing videos on Larry Reid when the allegation first came out. There were other content creators too. But what he ended up doing is Larry Reid, who was always getting cease and desist from church pastors of churches, and from gospel artists he talked about, he started sending them out. Okay, y'all probably saw a little video that I did because I was like, damn, I could put up my own cease and desist letter. And this would kill me. This is what really, really killed me, y'all. And that's why a lot of us say, or I'm gonna say for myself, that I felt that CTV was working for Larry Reid. So I got my cease and desist. It was weird. It was like an email or something. And then I got the email and I'm looking at it and they're like, oh, we need you to take on these videos where you're saying these things about him. And I'm just like, okay. And so, and it was like, I think 3 other people got it too. Well, one, I think, kept doing the content about Larry Reid. One stopped doing the content about Larry Reid. I was still doing it for a while. Then Larry Reid struck my page for a video that wasn't on his channel. But I was able to appeal it. Thanks to Daryl and Marcellus, I was able to appeal it and say, hey, this is protected by Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Code. Larry Reid is a public figure. I am doing a parody. It was a TikTok video, y'all, that he struck. Basically, okay, so on Instagram, Larry Reid had a video of him going into the bedroom of his mentor, Archbishop E. Bernard Jordan. By the way, E. Bernard Jordan lives in Reverend Ike of a late Prosperity Preacher's old house, a mansion that he redone. So the what's his E. Bernard Jordan? Mrs. Jordan opens up the bedroom to sneak Larry Reid in to wake up or surprise her husband. And it just looked weird. It looked really, really weird. And I always noticed that him and his mentor always dressed alike. And I'm like, Who dresses like that? And I'm thinking, this is what I think, okay? Even though Jordan has a son named Manasseh Jordan, him and his son are estranged right now. Due to some problems um dealing with Benny Hinn and some robocalls. So his son Manasseh Jordan has his own ministry and everything like that. And so even though Jordan has been estranged, I think, this is my opinion, that in a way, Larry was like a replacement or a surrogate son or a substitute son in the meantime. But also, I think A. Bernard Jordan, this is my opinion. I said, I think, since there were so many things that was happening with William McCray, that because of his own actions and also because Larry Reid was using CTV to go after him, it was discrediting William McCray's ability to navigate and in the church world. So then Archbishop Ebenor Jordan was then no longer using Sir William McCray. He was now using Larry Reid. He was now, so if there were things he wanted to talk about or people or programs he wanted to talk about, he can do that via Larry's channel instead of doing that via Sir William McCray. Or if he wanted someone to go do something or find something or talk about someone that, maybe even our Jordan doesn't like, and I'm just saying, hey, I think he can do that via Larry Live. So just like Larry Live is using Consciouz TV, Bernard Jordan, I think, was using Larry Reid. So that's why even now you see Bernard Jordan is in the chat with Larry Reid while he's talking about this. I don't know how long he's gonna stay there, but we'll see. So well, a bad according, what do you say? You remember that abuse? Okay, yeah, he moves. Exactly. So all that windmill parking lot that I was doing for Larry's crazy. Yeah, windmilling like that. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a horrible aquarium trait. You mean Aquarius? CP Christine. Larry can only have one wig at a time. Oh yeah, Battles and Journey. I remixed it and I used it for a video when I got my cease and desist. And so I said, look, I'm gonna show y'all my own cease and desist. And I did a TikTok video with it. And this is why I said, I'm kind of going back to why I said CTV is an employee. I got my cease and desist, right? So I did my own little TikTok video to it. And then someone texted me and says, CTV live show last night. I was like, no, because I don't watch them. They're like, yeah, he was up there showing y'all's cease and desist letters. And I'm thinking like, what? And I'm thinking like, the only people who should got the cease and desist letters is the person whose name is on there. And I'm thinking to myself, who could give Larry Reid a copy of my cease and desist? Oh, Larry Reid, who got it from his lawyer. Because when you give your own client a copy of the information you're going to send, but it's over there on Consciouz TV channel. And so when I heard Consciouz TV via the official King Payne say, oh, those people don't care about anybody, they just care about content. Sir, my cease and desist letter was your content that night. Your cease and desist that was sent to me was your content that night. Okay, so it's really ironic that you're saying that, especially when you made content on me, Darren Marcellus. I don't think Roxanne and other people, because we spoke out against Larry Reid, and you were over there getting paid, allegedly getting paid for it, getting cars for it. Okay, so and I'm just seeing this now, like playing this. I'm hearing him crying on I don't know what y'all crying about. All this crying y'all doing, these crocodile tears, and you sound hurt. I heard it in your voice. But guess what? Turn around is fair play. You put certain actions into the universe. Guess what? Now it's boomeranged over there, and it's hitting you in your forehead. That's why you're crying. All the shit that you helped do to William McCray, guess what? It's happening to you right now. You replaced, you helped your boss allegedly move William McCray out the way. You helped him move Jives out of the way temporarily. And guess what? Your boss, for one night, and it looks like he didn't use you as a PR person, which I could never understand that anyway. I'm like, you're supposed to be in the church. You hanging out with these Christian people, cogic and also black church people. You know, it's hypocritical. We preach against being gay, but you can be gay and be in the church. You just can't say and be it. That's all. But you out here with the hair over one eye, like you a Leah, with a different, and then you calling yourself a witch. It's like it was okay for you. But I just want to know, sir, did he ever invite you to church? But like I said, I just want to know, I kind of feel like you've been treated like a side piece. Hence why you were on the side last night while he was over there with Storm and Armon, not asking him tough questions. Okay? Well, he called me a fat, cross-eyed, crossing guard. Oh, the audacity. No, you did not. Consciouz TV. See? You're not fat and you're not cross-eyed. I don't think you never been on crossing guard. I never heard you say you've been on crossing guard. See what I'm talking about? See? Yeah, just you see, always think stuff that is funny is not funny. It was hilarious. Stop. You know. So, and then, hey, I'm him at first, no problem. Better late than never. But then he's trying to say I wasn't in law enforcement. Okay, whatever. He stopped. He need to stop. He need to be worried about. You know what? He need to be quiet with his record. Parking lot Thot. Try to tell us, oh, that was a parking violation. That's not what the website said. Public information said prostitution. Or no. I think it was solicitation, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, you not invited. I didn't see you hugged up with nobody at the Restoration Church. I didn't see you on the panel with these two. And then official King Payne said something very interesting. Y'all, please go to the links that are in my description. He said he knows for a fact that Armon doesn't like Consciouz TV. So Consciouz TV probably told Larry. So Armon probably told Armon probably told Larry, hey, I'll come and do this interview, but I don't want that Consciouz TV dude there. Yeah, they held him there somewhat. Yeah, because that's what they probably wanted to do. This is why I think also he was over there doing this interview with him. He realized he in trouble. Okay. He's used Consciouz TV out here for the last 2-3 years. It's kind of worked with, you know, a small section of YouTube. But now he has someone who has 1 million followers who got sued by Cardi B that everyone knows now. So he needs some new PR people who are a little bit more polished, who are a little bit more savvy, who got more followers, and know the inner workings of Tasha K. And if you look at Storm and you look at Armon and you look at CTV, you see two, unless they open their mouth, two kind of masculine presenting men who have platforms where they can get across a certain um, narrative. Okay. Conscious TV has become a liability. You over here looking like someone said, what's that show? You over there looking like Uncle Richard Jr.'s Uncle Richard's son. Okay. You're not looking like someone that I can take to church or meet my mama and daddy. Okay. You pissed off Tasha K. He needs somebody on his team that either used to work with her and can help him navigate what's going on. The reason why he's hanging out with them is because they're young. Narcissists usually want someone younger because they're easily to manipulate. That's why a lot of people kept saying like, oh, why is, with Levantre, they're like, oh, like that's why I was upset with Tim Blaine said, oh, he's this age, he should have told somebody. He should have said something. Well, when you are under the leadership of someone that you admire, that someone who's a leader, who's in the church, that your mama said, oh, you need to obey what they're doing. Those people, if they're predators and narcissists, they groom you, they love bomb you, they show you all these different things, and then they slowly withhold certain things. They slowly test what they can do with you, and that's what happened allegedly with Levantre and the other. I actually believe the accusers. So, but yeah, that's why. And plus, Larry has more followers than I believe the both of them, but the both of them have more followers than CTV. Also, Larry likes to go to different larger platforms to get exposure from chatting it up with those content creators, because he's gone to the lead attorney and dropped money over there. So, oh, he called you a goblin. See, this is what happens when you call folks names. Now it's your turn. No, but the Shade Show, that's true. But official King Payne knows Armon Wiggins. They said they went to school together, and when official King Payne was on a gentleman's panel with Rebel Son, Jay Wilson, is it Conscious Christian, Captivating Christian, and then they got Consciouz TV went over there on a gentleman's panel. Official King Payne said that Consciouz TV asked him, could he facilitate, I guess, a talk with Armon Wiggins, because he's like, I don't know why Armon Wiggins doesn't like me. So I think also Consciouz TV wants to be liked. He wants to have friends. He's probably trying to be like Larry. What does Larry do? Oh, he goes and hangs out with other content creators. Yeah, when they can't, right, Roxanne, when they can't beat you, they call you names. When you bring facts, they bring lies in a smear campaign so that people don't believe you, or they reinterpret the facts. Hey, Lindsay, I know I spoke to you when you came in. Yeah. Yeah, he likes to level up. See, this is the thing. He needs a professional one. See, he only had when he had Breaking the Culture Silence and CTV over here windmilling for him. He don't got to pay a lot of money for him. They want attention. They want to be out here. They want to feel important. He just cash out them a couple of $100 or whatever he doing, and then that's it. Plus, they got a really good gift of gab. They can sell ice to a I can't use that word anymore. Okay. They can sell I'm trying to think of a thing that they could sell, and you wouldn't even need it. But yeah, he's spending money on a lawyer to send people cease and desist, or to sue my comrade Darren Moore in court, or to sue your accuser. Okay, why didn't you sue the accuser 2 years ago when he got interviewed by Daryl on his show? Why was Daryl sued? Why are you sending cease and desist to us when all that Daryl did was interview the man? Come on now. Yeah, the gift the lion. Yes, right. I was being sorry. The gift the lion. Yeah, but he should have been doing a professional PR person. Oh my god, and that's why I didn't understand. Like, you over there, okay, so when the video dropped, I was like, and they were like, oh, he went live, I think on his channel, Spell the Rumor. Then, and then of course he went over to CTV, who was doing his windmilling and stuff too. And then I heard Breaking the Culture Silence was back over there, you know, trying to help with the PR and everything. And then all of a sudden this week, he's in his Patreon, and he got Shamako, he got his ex-wife, he got his other family members. And I'm just like, dude, are you getting ready for court? Is this a mock witness stand? Like, what's going on? And they over there supposed to be saying how, oh no, I never saw Larry do anything. These are the same people who have a vested interest in Larry. He is finally in a sphere where he can actually pay for their cars, pay for their homes, pay for their education. They need him. It was probably how he wants it, allegedly, I think. Right? So, of course, they're going to be over there caping for him and saying how Levante is wrong, and I can't believe this. Larry would never do nothing like this. But I noticed in the picture that nobody up there, that guess what? Guess who was missing? Consciouz TV. And I was like, why do you have? And they look like they were on a Zoom call or something. And I'm like, what Consciouz TV at? But I looked at everybody there. Hey, those are his friends and his family members. They know him better than anyone. And the next thing you know, look at this. Last night, here you are with a nice, and I'm sorry, Armon Wiggins does look nice looking. Okay, he even though you might not like what he say, he, from a distance, if I were to see him somewhere, I'm like, oh, that's a nice looking black man. Same with Storm Monroe. If I didn't know him, I was walking from, like, oh, that's a nice looking black man. Okay. There are probably gay men that love both of them. And then, you know, black women, we love gay people too. Okay. So Larry switched it up. He had to find him some new PR people. Yeah, Storm is gay, Armon is gay. Well, Storm is doing a Larry move, and he's doing a William move. Because William actually admitted, like, he's a transvestite. I don't know if he'll deny it now. Because he does like to wear the long fingernails, the bracelets, the makeup, the long weave and stuff. I think, to me personally, I think it has to do with the fact that, you know, he lost all that weight and he feel like he a bad bitch right now. But he need to get some new suits because he's starting to gain a little weight, and them little buttons is starting like they fell pop. Yeah, he does that. Yeah, I'm waiting on that because you know what? Because when Tasha K was getting when Tasha K was going to court with Cardi B, a couple of weeks there, the lead attorney didn't do anything with that. Then he started doing videos about it, because you remember Tasha K didn't like him. She made a video about it. And then I think he had Larry on there one time talking about Tasha K, and then he started doing more videos on the case and everything. So I'm waiting on what he gonna do about this case. But I guess, but a lot of times the stuff that he does talk about, if there are things that are happening, it's usually it's going to court. It's in court. Now I think if this had continued on the court, he would be talking about it. But then again, he may go back and talk about it and look at the documents like, hey, why did Larry Reid withdraw? Wait, he did what? They doxed that lady? That's messed up. Oh, you said Armon doesn't know how to talk to women? Oh, okay. That's messed up. Okay. You know what? I think it would too, but you have to think about it. Think about the black church. Who makes most of the black church? Mostly women and black gay men. Look at who their audience is. Women and black gay men. Now, some straight looking men probably can get you some more women because they'll be like, oh, who's, you know. Um, but look at who Larry hangs around with. The only other person I think probably is straight, Bernard Jordan. But I still looking sideways at some man coming in your bedroom, your wife opening the door to let you surprise and wake them up. I mean, because allegedly, his ex-wife is she was married to a woman at one time. Shamako allegedly they think is Larry's real woman or man, or um then um Shamako's ex-wife is a lesbian and their child is gay. Um Vincent Terrell Buddha, I don't know what he is. I never heard nobody say nothing about a woman, so yeah. Where would he go to find them? Or maybe he tried to find them and they couldn't, they were like, nah, we're not gonna handle that. What straight man would he be able to find to come defend him? The one that I heard, yeah, that's the one with Tasha K. She played it hers. I think that was Shamako that was talking. I think, but like I didn't see. But go to the okay. I'm hearing first. Go to the official King Payne's channel. His video from last night, because before Tasha came on, he was playing the audio too, and he showed a picture. I am him first. Go look in your email. I sent you something. My second email that I sent you. Look on that picture. It tells you who was there. Exactly, Roxy. I'm just trying to think like, well, what straight man would go over there? I don't know nobody. I can't think of nobody. That's what I'm saying. Armon is handsome. Storm is a squishy looking bush queen to me. Damn, E. Storm and Armon have both said disparaging things about women in the past. Probably because they really love men and they don't know how to but don't they realize that they probably got a lot of women as their viewership? Okay. So Larry is seeking the cover to take, yeah, he is. And these two, you have Armon probably never liked Tasha K, and Storm is not, that's no longer his mentor, and so he's using them to get back at her. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. And Roxanne, he can get a straight man in payroll for 2023. Thank you. Please hit that like, share, subscribe. Please go get a friend. If you like what you're hearing, it's free 99 41. Thank you. Yeah, flaming hot cheese. You need to stop, Lindsay. But they have to really need that. Yeah, they have to really need that money. Or they call it gay for pay, or it had to be like an affirmative action thing. Like a reverse affirmative action thing. Like, oh, this is a LGBT business, but you get extra money if you hire a straight person. In 2021, all CTV had to mainly worry about is Darren Moore's platform. In 2023, it's a whole lot different. Too many fires put out. Yeah, he needs help. And you see how CTV over there crying and stuff? Because you didn't get chose this week. He needed his. I'm gonna be quiet. I was gonna use another symbolism. I'm already too much on the roll. But this is the thing, Larry is not going to apologize. Larry's been saying, oh, he didn't do it, but then at the same time, he's telling us all these sexual things that we did not ask for. Or someone did, but he don't know how to answer the damn question, so you don't tell all your business. Chi, when he was on T.S. Madison, Chi said, have you ever slept with a man? So Larry said no. Chi asked the question in a different way. Have you ever had penis, I'm using the proper, inside you? Larry could have just said, no, I'm a straight man. I love, women. But no, he gonna say, yes, but let me explain. And I'm thinking like, Lord. But then he seeks to say in a very awkward way that basically the reason why he had penis or whatever inside him or his mouth or whatever like that was because he was molested by cousins. But when he discussed it, it was like, dude, you're describing it as like you liked it or you was a willing participant. And I kind of felt like, yeah, I feel like he was molested, but he doesn't know how to talk about it. And I was like, he needs therapy. But then again, he could have been using the shock value. But guess what? He was on T.S. Madison's platform. T.S. Madison is a transgender woman who's mostly around T.S. Madison. Other people in the LGBT community, her mama, and who is most of her audience, similar to Larry Reid. But T.S. Madison has a larger platform. So he over there trying to say some stuff to fit in so that people will come and look at him and listen to him. And I'm thinking like, dude, like we didn't ask for all this stuff. And then last year, that was 2 years ago. Then last year, he on CTV program again talking about he was molested. And then he talking about, oh yeah, my cousins made me eat their A. And I'm thinking like, dude, no one asked you all this vulgar ass specifics. And his daughter was in the audience. I know she had to be embarrassed. Yeah. Yeah, because you see Larry didn't go get a woman. I mean, he didn't go get Lovely T, but Lovely T probably wouldn't fool with him. Wait, hey, Didi, how do you know it's $27K a month? Not if he's still living in that little bitty house, he not. Look at Easy, yeah, right. Yes, narcissists do not apologize. Oh, Shamako. Yeah, Shamako's name is I'm not. I don't want to say I'm doxing him. Wait, Lindsay, when did he say that? Oh yeah, she said she was talking about, yeah, because she was talking to Larry about. Okay, sir, really? And my thing is this: why wasn't you using Shamako and Vincent Terrell Buddha this whole time? We're saying if they know you so well, know you so well. Um, you know what? I think it's both. I think it's both. And I think that's also why he keeps saying, "Oh, Levante was like infatuated and running after me." He's making it seem like, "Oh, this guy is just doing this because I rejected him." And he's trying to make it seem like, "Oh," and people keep saying, "Oh, he was of age." So it's like, "Oh, Larry's just was exploring." What did he say? Oh, this is another thing Larry said. When he was on a show with Ebenard Jordan, he was like saying like, "Oh, I wouldn't say it's molestation. I would say it was exploration." Really, dude? Because in two other places you said it was molestation. Oh my goodness. In an interview with Summer, an interview with LR, it got weird and odd when Armon told Larry Reid he only rolls with homosexuals. And LR said no, and then Armon turns to Shamaka and asks, "You not?" Huh. Because you know why he says he not, because he can say, "Oh, I was married and I had a son." Well, there are gay people who have had natural kids naturally. He's been divorced and married to the same woman 3 4 times. Supposedly he was engaged to someone else. Nappy Yankee, what's going on? You kind of not on topic, but I kind of feel like you're in a you must be in some dire straits if you look at Kristen. Yep, new guy, new gay guys. Holmes Erica, this is what we're gonna say allegedly. Shamako was married to, I believe, Larry's cousin, and normally they said when Larry, okay, and they had a child. Like I said, she's now a lesbian married to another woman, and their child is gay. Shamako was living with some other woman, but I guess it didn't work out because according to Larry, Shamako is a hoe, and that's what. And then Shamaka was like, "Why you tell me all my business?" But anyway, but allegedly, when Larry got kicked out of his house, he went to live with Shamako's parents, and him and Shamako shared a room. So I don't know. Maybe they're just like brothers. You know what? That's what I'm saying. Like, why you over there saying all that stuff? I want some test results that I can see live and in person. Like you walk in there, they bring you the test, you put it on a little counter, and we all gonna wait there until time is up, and then the doctor is gonna read it live. I don't want nobody taking nothing in the back room. I want someone to ask for identification when you show up. I want to know that this is you. Exactly. I was trying to find that clip earlier. That's what I've done with all my accusers. I'm like, what? And that was Roxanne who pointed that out. Lindsay, Clubhouse ain't gonna be no better. He can't get played in Clubhouse. Well, I think they do say that there's some way now you can get paid on, but I don't know. He got rid of his OnlyFans because that was making him look bad. I think so too, Miss E. Yeah, I was trying to figure out that too, and I'm just thinking like, dude, you like I said, gaslighting, the dog whistle. I'm just like, dude, you just told us you was okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're married, the behavior stay the same. Exactly. Oh yeah, yeah. I want supervised. I want supervised. I want. Yeah, we're gonna see everything from A to B to C. I want to see. Yes. Uh huh. Well, I guess it also depends on what you do on OnlyFans because it's a thing. It's OnlyFans, so I guess it depends on what you do over there. But unfortunately, a lot of the stuff I hear about OnlyFans is things that are not correct. So, oh, I should have put Dr. Blue's video in there too. You need to check out Dr. Blue. She has some really good because she was the first one. She actually took notes and told us what was going on over there. Some medications can make a positive show negative. Okay. Okay. Speaking of showing negative, okay. Did y'all know? Did y'all remember? Um, Larry gave Armon the results. He's the one that went live first before Consciouz TV with Larry's results, and I kept looking at like, okay, Larry is got a. I kept saying like, oh, Larry done added someone new to the team. I was thinking like, oh, okay, I see. He has a bigger platform. He's nice looking. He's a different. He's more masculine looking. He's presentable. I do think he talks better than Consciouz TV. So I was like, okay, he got him somebody new on the team. And then now that I've done this interview, I'm just thinking like, okay, this is why. This is the second time. I'm like, okay, this is why Consciouz TV over there crying. Um, Kendall has a gay brother. Um, who's out. So I don't know if Kendall is, but my thing is Kendall. The one they say is that the one everyone say is kind and never did anything bad to them. They said Vincent, they said Shamako, and they said Kendall. But Kendall, Larry treats very badly. Kendall has like a lot of emotional or and family issues, and he verbally abuses him. And the thing is, Kendall, the only one over there, ain't got no felonies, no nothing in his background. I'm like, dude, you can like get up and leave and go somewhere else and start over. You know. Yeah, he sounds like the people that he exposes. Oh yeah, I found that clip. Y'all want me to play it? Shepherds don't need fans. Okay. Exactly. How you gonna clown somebody? Because this is the thing. Um, just like right now, Ebenard Jordan, his mentee is Larry Reid. Larry Reid is becoming a liability, like Sir William McCray used to be. Larry's mentee, Consciouz TV, is becoming a liability. He needs somebody with a cleaner image. And for CTV, people going into his path now, and his little mentee or employee, whatever, knockoff media, he's a liability. Because guess what? He got what does Daryl have against him? And justifiably so. Some order, harassment order against him. He done showed up at D Darrell's business. He's they know that he's mentally ill. They know that he has problems with his rent. Okay, that's the person you want speaking for you. No. Hey, Information Man Show. Yeah, just like Wendy Williams, just like Wendy Williams. Right. He got a little free trip. He probably got invited to a restaurant in Buckhead somewhere. Highly educated. That was his daughter's teacher. Was I think Kendall. Right. You know what? I kind of thought about that too, and then I was like, but then like when his ex-wife got divorced from her wife and moved back with Larry, I thought they were gonna get remarried again, but I was like, when I found out they already did it like 3 or 4 times, I was like, okay, exactly, and that is what William McCray. I'm gonna play his will say. Yeah, they both did, and I knew that they were gonna fall out, but I thought they would have fell out over the lawyers because Tasha K is one who recommended her lawyers to Larry when he got in trouble with Edu Smith. And see, Wiley tried to be over there in the mix because he started to change because he was in the B sector when I first saw him, and then he moved over doing the celebrity tea, and then he became I guess a mentee of Tasha K or whoever over there, and then I don't know if for a while that wasn't working out for him. Yeah, when but you know what? Because he was hurt because his boo thing didn't invite him to sit at the table. That's why. Okay, so let me find this. Now, if y'all really want me to play this, I'm gonna need to hit them likes up. I'm gonna need people to share this, and hit the algorithm. Okay, and if you would like to support the Let Me See Your Transcript channel, you can hit a sister's Cash App, Super Chat, PayPal. Okay, but most importantly, if you can't do any of that, please hit the like button. If you are watching this video, please watch the commercials. Hold on, let me find it. I think I found it. Hold on, people. Hold on, y'all. Um. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Because I was looking for something else earlier today. Larry has been on Armon set. See, just like the Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Um. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Dang it! I saw it earlier today. I was looking. I literally was looking for something else. and it came across my desk, across my. I should have sent it to myself. Okay. Let me see. Okay. It's a video. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Y'all pray, warriors. I need to pray so I can find this. Mm. Oh, video. I don't actually put in video. Um, um, okay. Y'all talk some amongst yourselves. Let me put some music on for y'all while I find this. Uh, Okay, y'all, I think I found it. Get them likes up. Get your friends on over here. Hit up Sister Cash App. Super Chat. Help me out. Okay, so I think this is it. OM little G. Are you serious, Dr. Blue? Y'all check out Dr. Blue. Okay, so let me play. I think this is the video. Hold on. Okay, y'all ready? Are we ready? Are we ready now? Yeah, he's a predator too. Because I think he was catfishing people for a while. To finish his studio. Probably so. Ooh, hit him twerking on the video? Yeah, he'll probably pay it up. Someone said Larry might buy him a new. Someone in Fisher King Paint Chat said, "Oh, Larry probably buy him a new wig. He'll be okay." Yes, please check out the Information Man show. He has really good videos about politics and things that are trending, and he has really good guests and panelists. Oh yeah, that was him. That was him. That's why. That's why sometimes you'll hear Daryl say, "Emmett Till," because that's what Wally yelled out when he was tearing up that library. Okay, so this is where this is one of the clips. Y'all ready?
Knew it. Shamako Bryant is the closest thing to him. Only thing he needs is vagina and our Miriam. Absolutely. That's a Terrell Buddha Hill.
Y'all heard that? Yeah. What time? Because the video Tasha K interview with Levantre's mama is tomorrow. Okay, so let me let me y'all get to the video that I the part of the video. Shout out to Miss Faye Cruz. Shout out to the Sir William McCray. Sir William McCray's channel is called Consciouz Television on Facebook, or you can go to Miss Cruiser 2 TOO on YouTube. I put the links in the chat. But this particular video, this is William McCray giving his thoughts on Larry Reid's the situation. But then he goes back into history. And that's what I really like about this video. That's what I wanted to share with you, because it really shows you, like, okay, this is where Larry started, and he's still doing some of those same damn things now. Last week, TK aired at noon, so it must be at noon tomorrow too, Eastern Standard Time. So that'll be 11 o'clock. Okay. Okay, most likely so. I'm on her whatchamacallit. He hasn't paid for the damages yet? On his own channel, or like yeah, I can't do Tuesday night. Because I usually am on Sunday, I'm getting ready for work the next day. Okay, here's oh, let me put this up. This video is protected by Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes of criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is the use permitted by copyright such as that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational purchase use tips and balance in favor of fair use. This video was made for entertainment purposes and transformative in nature. He said the 19K has been settled to Dallas County. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, do we need to look this? Well, I'm gonna have to look that up. What did you say? Okay, I need to get out of the whatchamacallit. So this is Sir William. I'm gonna put him up, and he knows okay, and he comes on I think Sunday nights on so here is, where's the video? I put my timestamp on it. Oh, I'm sorry. This video is on her fake Cruiser website, not Miss Cruiser 2. Okay.
I am somewhat insulted.
Okay, so he's talking about this is starting at the 14-minute, 28-minute mark, and he's because he took him a while. He's a little long-winded, but when he gets to the point, it's good. Okay, so someone said he's basically saying, I'm coming on here to give y'all my opinion on this Larry sexual molestation matter, but he kind of like starts it off as like the fact that, you know, it okay, y'all here. Okay.
I am somewhat insulted. And I find it irritating and asinine for those of you that have been consumed by this man. And I'm talking about Larry. I broke this. I told you all about this back in 2019.
He's correct.
I mentioned it on my live in 2019. This is in no kind of way anything new. This is in no kind of way any surprise. I told y'all in 2019 about the situation with Larry Reid. I made it very specific, and I told you all then. That was when he was going in on E. Dewey Smith. I told y'all he came.
Okay, so E. Dewey Smith is a pastor of a mega church in Atlanta, Georgia. E. Dewey Smith hired Larry as a consultant. Okay, as a consultant. So, but he's gonna explain everything more. Y'all listen up.
And on the live, he watched the live. I started this over a decade ago. Larry, when I was on Dion Evans' radio station, Larry was an avid fan of mine. He was allegedly a pastor in the Raleigh-Durham area. That's what he said. He would call in and he would come on my radio show every day. Every day. You can contact Dion Evans out of Alameda, California. Now, nobody is going to tell the truth. If he came on the show, I would call into the show so frequently that I got to the place that when I would go to cogic conventions and when I would be out of town on trips, I got to the point, me and my silly self, not knowing that he was trying to infiltrate me, I allowed him to fill in for me on my show. Now, the lie that was told, and Vincent Terrell Hill, who's a dangerous liar, said that they did the show better than me, and that Dion wanted me off and to give them the time slot. Dion, when I stopped,
Home, Erica
owed me upwards of $5,000.
Okay.
I didn't pay Dion to be on his station like he charged other people. So what he did, thinking that he was going to get the same, he was going to charge Larry, or he started charging Larry and gave my time when I told him that I wasn't going to do the show anymore because he owed me money. And I didn't think he should continue to go further and further in the hole. So instead of paying me, he thought that he was going to kill two birds with one stone. He was going to have Larry come on and Larry pay him for the time slot, which he did. Which he did. And then that went on until Dion eventually lost the station, probably in less than 60 to 90 days. They folded. When you do things wrong, I want y'all to get on here and I want y'all to share this live. I want you to share the live.
This is in the description.
So when you do things, let me tell you something. The Bible says, cast your bread upon the water, that it might return to you in not many days hence.
Okay, FYI, William McCray is a minister. He used to be an elder in the Kojic church, but he got his title removed because of all the stories he was doing for obnoxious television. So like the stuff that y'all see Larry doing right now, like William was doing that and he didn't even have as much as the technology that Larry has. Um so just to say, I feel like William probably know what the bodies are buried. That's what I feel like. But he also has a lot of legal problems and stuff too. But he does know how to do them Bible verses now. Hey, Eyes Nation TV.
Am I talking right?
Yeah, you talking right.
What you dish out,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna come up.
Mm-hmm.
So that was strategic, or what could be considered to be a strategic move.
Okay, Information Man Show. I'm sorry, you're not from the Black church sector. Okay, so before, okay, let me go back a little bit. Okay, so everybody gets this. Okay, all right, let me go. Let me show you. Okay, all right. So look at my thumbnail. Okay, all right. The man on the far left, that is Sir William McCray. He is the first Black, I guess say, successful Black church vlogger. He was the first one vlogging and blogging about Black church anything. Before Larry Reid, before King Jives, before Consciouz TV, it was Sir William McCray. And I think you missed the part where I basically went over the history that Larry Reid used Consciouz TV to move William McCray to the side so that can take his spot. Or because William was also asking some very important questions. So that's who that is. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, all right. That's why I had his picture up here. This is Sir William McCray. All right.
I don't believe in going
You're welcome.
backwards in life. I don't go back.
Yeah, you sound like my great
aunt.
aunt.
The Bible says that the Lord takes no pleasure in the drawback spirit. Mm-hmm. I don't go backwards. Everything we press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling. Some of y'all, the problem that some of y'all have is that when you find out that a relationship or a situation or a person is no good, y'all go back. Y'all like the dog in the Bible that goes back to his vomit. Y'all go back and lap it up, lick it up, and the same thing that made you stick. I don't do that. I don't go back. If we fall out, that's it. If we have a breach or an impasse, that's it. I'm not going back. You know, I'm not gonna be up in your face and, ooh, I forgive you and all of that. No. Now, some people and sometimes in some circumstances, you will still have some level of contact, some level.
You're welcome. Just Z1
relationship. In certain situations and certain people that it's very difficult or almost impossible to totally cut them off. Are y'all sharing this? I want y'all to share it. I know that it's late. I'm in Central Standard Time. He's in
right now this weekend he's in Dallas. It's some type of cogic, something is happening, and I think there's also been a couple of funerals too. So he's up in Dallas, which is like 4 or 5 hours depending on where you are in Dallas, because Dallas is big like Houston. It depends on where you are. It's like 4 or 5 hours, but 4-hour drive, you hit the city limits. But if they live on the other side of Dallas, then you got some more time. But okay. He's drinking his Mountain Dew. Come Come on, William. You gonna go there.
The more that the more that I think about it, the more that I go back into the recesses of my mind and recall, the better I put together what he did starting some time ago.
Okay, I was gonna stop right there because I've been on an hour. But okay, I'm about to do part 2.
It was very much diabolical. Greetings, Derek LaShawn Higgs is on. Hey, Harcel. Mother Harcel, he said he was thanking for how he treated you. Don't blame you for. So let me say this to you. So the thing that was interesting was he kept approaching me and wanting to have some level of contact, fellowship, or relationship with me. And I was never really on board for that. Cordial, yes, but to have.
Come on, William, you
trash that what he would do.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To have.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're back to
a contact with him. Yeah, and that's absolutely true. So what he would do, and I'm getting to that.
I'm sorry. I missed
to have.
He's looking at the screen. Sorry. He's reading the comments.
But to have a contact with him, yeah, and that's absolutely true. So what he would do, and I'm getting to that, because he had that dope addict faggot trash that lives in that dilapidated house down there in Columbia, South Carolina. That boy that likes to smoke crack and have sex with me and like Davion or Darion or whatever, that trash. He's on drugs, and he lives in a house with all kind of homeless and wild and nasty men running around talking, and he launched him. I don't know what kind of self-respecting pastor would want to be aligned with somebody like that. Now, so let me.
Okay, so did y'all catch that? He's trying to say, he doesn't really be friendly with people like that, and he's basically going back and saying he's already said, I met Larry. He called on the radio show. He tried to basically take, get my spot. I didn't realize it until in hindsight. But he's also setting you up for, this is his MO. And this is what Larry Reid used. And when he says, he uses some trash F word from Columbia, North Carolina, he's talking about Consciouz TV. Yeah. He about to get down and dirty. Yeah, he about to get down and dirty. He just lets you know, like, hey, do y'all want me to speed him up? Y'all let me know. Do you want me to speed him up?
Go into this. Let me go into this. So, I did, and I've done several stories because I can't stand Ernest Pugh. and he's a sleazebag, fag, homosexual.
Okay, I need to see some more twos in the chat if y'all want me to speed this up. Because I only saw to a point. Oh, sorry. Go back. Let's see. Let's try 1.5.
That is no good. I've been doing stories on him when he was fat and living in Washington, D.C. when he got ran up out of there. So
okay, y'all see it too.
Did another story on Ernest. Unbeknown to me,
Ernest Pugh is a gospel singer.
Larry was working with Ernest and his manager and coaching them on how to possibly, or when they attempted to get WordPress to take my blog down. Larry was calling me, talking like he was trying to negotiate some kind of terms and some kind of, peaceful way with us and with Ernest, which I was in no kind of way interested in. So WordPress emailed me and said that I had some strikes against my blog, and that I had a week to secure my files because they were going to take the blog down. All of the time, the email.
Okay, I'm at 1.5 speed, y'all. So you want me to go to the full 2 speed? Okay, because I can. All right.
And the reports went back to Larry. I didn't know that at the time. So because we had
I'm sorry, let me go back.
Went back to Larry. Take the blog down.
Someone tried to take his blog down
against my blog, and that I had a week to secure my files because they were going to take the blog down. All of the time, the emails and the reports went back to Larry. I didn't know that at the time. So because we had some type of mutual, cordial relationship, I called him, and this is the second time I went to his house over there on Roxbury Road. The first time he was still dealing with Vincent Terrell Hill, who's a total and complete sleazebag. I think he does cocaine now too. When I got him fired from AIB, I think he was doing cocaine.
He did. So, I'm hearing first.
The first time I did an interview with the both of them over on Roxbury Road, that was when he was living in.
I just fed him up, Teresa.
When happened with that building, then he came out of that high rise and he moved into a cheaper apartment across the street. So I went and he was like, "Oh, well, let's do an interview about it." So I went over there, and that was the second time that I had gone to his house, and we didn't. He spoke to me about the situation with Ernest. So while I was there, he suggested that I use Vince to pull the files.
So I'm a queen. I'm at 2 right now.
Say, well, why would I do that? When you sometimes are in the heat of a crisis, you don't necessarily make the solid and the best decisions that you would ordinarily make if those circumstances was not the case. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it was like, okay, if you're in a crisis, this guy can do it. Let's just hurry up and get it done. Not knowing that he was going to eventually try to hijack the site and shut me down for Larry. That wasn't apparent to me right then. And so it later, came full circle. And so I'll be going into further. So what was the outcome? The outcome was I still have my site and I'm still standing. Even though, they attempted to try that. What he was trying to do, and the reason that he was paying other bloggers to, say all of these, make all of these horrible and disparaging remarks about me, what he was trying to do, he wanted to be, or to try to become the voice. I had started this whole Black church blogging thing, and he wanted to be the top guy or what have you, which matters not because I'm in a class all by myself, so there's no competition because can't nobody compete with me because I'm in a league all alone that I created. There's no one else like me. It's no one else that. And see, the thing at the end of the day, whether you try to shut the site down, as long as I have life and breath in my body, no one can touch my level of intelligence and style and ability to deliver and cover a story. No one does this with the effectiveness in the class that I do. No one has that ability. That's just a God-given gift. In fact, no one does not even have the ability to come close to execute, and that's just the truth. And so I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it right then. When I caught it is when we discovered that he took a $10,000 payoff from E. Dewey Smith. And I told y'all, I reported on it, and then immediately he went into trying to attack me and trying to attempt to ruin my credibility. And that's when he hired that faggot, sleaze bag, dope boy, tramp, trollop, that's supposed to have something called Consciouz TV, or the faggot's name is Darion. And I tell you, if I ever see him in person, if I ever see him, he better kill me. And that's a promise. And so they started, and he started getting, because he didn't want it to, come back to him. So he started getting and paying these guys to speak negatively of me. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't doing nothing but increasing, although it was negative. And then my daddy had a slight stroke as a result of it. It wasn't doing anything but increasing my visibility and my following. So that went down, and that.
Okay, so y'all catch that. We've been saying for the last year, 2 years and a half, those of us who've been following this, and even the new people who now know about Larry, that we feel like he is paying people like CTV, Armon Wiggins, and Sir Monroe in some way to make him look good, but also disparage people who criticize him. Okay, and this is and see, right, I am human first, and this is coming from the source. He said a couple of things. He said, look, I met Larry. He basically showed up being friendly. He called up to my radio show when I wasn't in town. I recommended him to Dion, to do the show. And then he's saying, oh, he can do it better than me, right? Then he finds out Larry trying to take his website away. Now he's like, and then the reason why he says when he sees Davion, the guy's gonna have to kill him because his dad, because William McCray's dad did have a stroke because of all this coverage that CTV was doing at the behest, allegedly, of Larry Reid. And so that's why he wants to that's why William wants to beat his ass. So okay, that's why I sped it up, Lindsay. I just wanted to let me press this play button so y'all don't be mad at me.
It's like that. I reported and I found out that he took the $10,000 from E. Dewey Smith. And then he lied and said that it was Phaedra. And what he was doing, he was extorting money from celebrities, but he was cleverly saying that they were marketing PR contracts. He was cleverly saying that they were
he's reading the comments.
Thank you. Okay, I am back. Gloria, yes, I had a technical issue, and so I'm trying to see if are we back? Are we back on? Are we live? I am not going to possibly be able to deal with all of this in one setting, because it's so diabolical and attempted to be. It was methodically planned out and an attempt. See, the thing about what you all don't have to realize, you don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. You don't have to fight your battle. God has a way. God has a way. If you just trust him. Mm-hmm. If you just trust him, if you love and trust and believe him, he has a way of fixing. Thank you, Belinda. I appreciate you, baby. He has a way of fixing it.
Should I try to get him on my show and interview him?
Where, and see, I knew Vince never could stand me. I knew that, and it was a very tense.
Okay, so he did have technical difficulties. So I hope y'all caught the part where he said that the preachers and then the singers had to pay Larry under the guise of a contract, like a media contract or something. So remember, E. Dewey Smith had everyone kept saying, oh, it's not an NDA, it's a contract. Well, guess what? It's technically an NDA, but he's calling it a contract, right? So yeah, okay, all right, let's keep going.
Connection and
yes, you should. Okay.
It never was good. It was never positive. And what he did, he attempted to hijack the site to shut me down so that I would not have a voice. and so that Larry would be the go-to and the voice. But
okay, so Sam McQueen, you have to understand something. Now, I understand you say these men, they're messing, they keep throwing God in the mix because they are actually ministers. William McCray is actually a minister. King Jives is actually a minister. Larry Reid is actually a minister. That's why it's yeah. But you're right. God really don't want to be part of that. Okay. All right.
Whole Black church blogging thing. And now, y'all know I play no games. And Atlanta is my town. There's not too many people, Black folks of influence that I don't know. So when Vincent Terrell Hill did that, because I was saying, well, dude, I have paid you, and I'm not going to pay you to do a service for me, and you talk to me crazy too. So we kept on having run-ins like that, and and it was just getting to be, it was getting to be too toxic. So my new web guy said that he was trying to shut down and stop us from getting the files. So all of the stories that going years back to Juanita, so many of the stories that I've done, so that they were not.
Well, just so you know, William he's still a part of the church, but his elder title was taken away from him because of the stuff he was doing with his blog and reporting about the church. And then Jives actually got kicked out of Cogic, even though he still kind of like goes to certain events, because he spoke at a gay affirming church as like a guest pastor. And even though Cogic it has a lot of gays in their church, officially their stance is they are against homosexuality. So he got kicked out. But the irony is William was the one that told them that Jives did it. Jives and him, I think, were on the outs for a while, but I think they're okay now. I think. If your dog can be one, then my dog can be one too. No, don't do the video. He is bitter and has talked horribly about big women and trash. Oh yeah, I hated what he said about Stacey Abrams, sorry. And then he talked about I think I posted a video where he was talking about someone's hair, and yeah.
They would not come up. So when people would Google and search, it was an attempt.
Okay, Sam McQueen, you missed it. Jives used to be a part of, but William is still a part of the Church of God in Christ.
That my entire work would be gone. And it was somewhat emotional, and I just had to collect myself and keep going, because again, long as I'm alive, and my talent and my work and my voice will long live beyond my physical life. My level of contribution of what I do will outlive me. Long 50, 60 years from now, people will still talk about Sir William. That's just a fact. That's just okay. I'm not sure. Are we back? I don't know what's going on with this connection. I may need to do it tomorrow from outside or something. So anyway, let me say this, so I can just bring it all the way up to where we are. I found out that he was taking payoffs. I found out that he was doing these so-called fake marketing contracts, or saying that they were marketing PR contracts to cover that he was really extorting. So that's how that happened with E. Dewey Smith. That happened with Keon. But the thing that was so bad is that he's so dirty that
is he talking about Keon Johnson? Oh, by the way, when he said the fake marketing contracts, y'all have to understand something too. The same thing has been alleged about William, that he has had video or audio of ministers or black musicians and singers, and that he was extorting them. That's how he was able to stay an elder in the Cogic church for so long. And then after a while, it was like the protection he had was being taken away. Also, he was, before Larry got Ebenora Jordan as his mentor, guess what? Ebenora Jordan had Sir William at his home. Yeah. Okay. So I just want y'all to get that, what he's saying about Larry.
With E. Joy Smith, that happened with Keon. But the thing that was so bad is that he's so
Keon
dirty
Henderson,
that he would do a contract with them and get paid, and then get another blogger that was trying to come up and trying to get some level of popularity. He would get them to release the story anyway. So he would get paid to not talk about it, and to go silent and to go deaf, to fade to the black on the story. But while he was getting paid, he was still
that's correct.
He was so diabolical that he would pay that faggot dope addict sleaze bag from Colombia. He would pay him.
But we all realized and knew better later.
He would pay them and have them steal. Ain't that dirty? Now you would get paid and then still find a way to release the story. Oh, but God. I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all may want to play, and y'all may not think, and y'all may act like God is not real. But I want you to know that He is real. It may not seem like it's going. It may not seem like it's going.
Not to be honest though, William has done some stuff himself, especially to that bishop over there in California. Okay. Plus William got a couple of cases too. There's naked pictures of William out there himself. So William got a pass. William do stuff now. But when you look, like you said, in hindsight, what was done to him by Larry Reid, and like you said, narcissists are very manipulative. They use people. They even use people with good intentions. Okay. And yeah.
I mean, it may not happen as fast as you want it, but in his time. Now, you know who you are. You all that are watching me, you all know who you are. You know what is in your background. KT, Fabian, Aubrey, any of us, we know who we are. We know the things that we have participated in. We know the good, the bad. You know, and you can lie to everybody. But at the end of the day, you cannot lie to yourself, and you can't lie to God. You know the real deal and situation with you. Now, I asked him on several occasions, was he homosexual? And if you go back and look at his lives, and if you go back, everything that he has ever discussed and pretty much said about himself it's not totally true. It's not totally accurate. It's not totally real. So then he said that it wasn't even a house where the molestations allegedly took place. See, all of this, now he's saying, or now he's coming out of the closet and backpedaling and now saying that he is gay, or that he has had sexual affairs. I don't know to what extent. I'm not sure to what extent that this will go. I'm really not. I think now that we have names and we have faces, I knew who the guys were. I wasn't going to pay anybody for any interviews, and I was not going to. I don't do throwing rocks and hiding my hand interviews, so I wasn't going to ever really do anything as long as they was trying to remain anonymous. Now that they're no longer anonymous, it's a more solid situation. Will it be a situation? Well, you have Harvey Weinstein, you had Bill Cosby, you had these other celebrities and these other
Kevin Spacey
situations. I just
Kelly
else finds it hard to believe that this man would want to be a blogger and want to talk about people that is trash like him. Because I'm going to say this. There is something very sick and very dangerous when, two consenting adults making a decision. I don't know what's going on tonight. But anyway, two consenting adults making a decision to participate in, sexual activities, that's two adults. That's two grown people making that choice, making that decision. But I think that for us in the Black church, and especially for those of us that are Pentecostal, I think we harvest we breed an environment.
Mm-hmm. He's speaking right here.
This kind of behavior.
Mm-hmm.
What do I mean when I say that? I think that we reverence our leaders perhaps a little too greatly, and in reverencing our leaders, a little.
What do you mean? I am human first. I was gonna say the same thing too, Simon Quinn. I was like, I think all you do is that's what you do all the time. But remember, he said earlier that Larry came to him about Ernest Pugh. And he said Ernest Pugh hired Larry to like help with his image, and William said he didn't want no parts of that. So we have to look back at when Ernest Pugh get into some trouble, and Larry was his PR person. So
too greatly, we give them the ability to do this kind of behavior. See, if I esteem you too highly, then when you are ready, and if you're a predator, and I'm not aware that you're a predator, and then you begin to manipulate in a very easy way. Oh, he's the bishop. Oh, he's my pastor. So you're able to manipulate a situation and people in a strategic form. So these guys like Larry and like Eddie Long, they were all guys from these, these backgrounds, these situations where, the parents are struggling and they needed somewhere to stay. And, you have all of these extenuating circumstances that breeds and fosters an ability for this kind of behavior. It breeds a way for you to take advantage. It gives you the ability because you esteem them. You esteem them, so highly. So, and then people will never necessarily believe or think, oh no, and then you always have a person or young person or what have you, that is something going on with their family. Their mom is on drugs. They needed a place to stay. It's always some kind of extenuating circumstance.
Now think about Levante and some of the other boys that were in that house. What did Levante say in his interview with Daryl? And he said again with Bishop Whitehead, and he said again with Tasha K. What did he say? He was having trouble. His mama sent him to live with Reid because he was having trouble at school and at home. And what did the other two accusers say too? Thank you, respective angle. Please hit the like button.
Which creates a breach and allows them to, and allows the enemy to creep in. Allows them to slip in and, be able to take advantage of those extenuating circumstances. So I just find it very difficult to comprehend that Larry would want to enter the business of exposing people that do the same things that he has done. So I watched bits and pieces of the interview, and I think it's interesting. I think that, and then see, this is the problem in my frustration. I told every single artist when he had that thing down at the Hyatt. I did a post and a story. I tagged Vicky Miners, I tagged Carlton Pearson, everybody that was Ty Tribbett,
Okay, so last year, I think it might have been a year before last, um, Larry had some type of restoration church conference. I guess that's what he's calling his church now. I don't, something like that. I don't know, allegedly. And all these big time ministers and gospel artists were going to be there down in Atlanta at this, like you said, the Hyatt. And so he's saying that how he tagged all of them and sent them messages. And this was also around the same time that the allegations and the interviews were happening too. Thank you, Christine, for okay. It was 2021. It was his first conference. That is the one that he flew out to. He flew out, or everyone else flew out? It wasn't in Atlanta.
Kevin Lemon, everyone that went. Am I talking right, Chris? Did I not? Did we not? Didn't you come on? Chris came on and he said, William, he said it has been the pandemic, and he said those people are going to go and they're gonna get that check in spite of. And so I told Chris, I said, no, do you really think so? And not one canceled. Not one. Not one person canceled. They wanted that money. So they aligned themselves and they turned the other way and they looked the other way on someone. Now, the only thing that gives them some level is that at that time, none of the guys wanted to come forward. None of the guys wanted their face and their names out there. Now, whatever has changed and transpired now.
But I am human first. I don't know if you were in here when I said this, though. But that wasn't the first time CTV was in Atlanta. When William got served in that supermarket, in that store, Consciouz TV was down there taking videoing what happened. So shouldn't he have met with Larry then? And then you say he got flew out for the conference. But my thing, I am human first. How come we ain't never saw any pictures with Larry and Consciouz by each other or with anyone else there? We just saw some background picture to my, oh, we have security. We don't know if he was actually there.
I'll tell y'all something. Just like I told Johnson tonight, I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna call you out in your face. The guy Johnson from LA tried to lie and play games. Y'all stop playing games with folks' lives. Stop playing games with people's lives, their careers, their reputation. Some of y'all gonna get killed, some of y'all gonna get hurt. Stop trying to manipulate people and play games.
Okay.
And we do it far too much over here in the Church of God in Christ.
Okay, William, though. Sir William McCray. Sir William, now. You're speaking right, but come on now. No, CTV got someone else to actually give it to him, but CTV was there like filming it like down, in another aisle or something. Okay. Thank you, Christine, for Ernest Pugh was Ken H, was the Minister of Music, but Keon didn't pay him, and Larry put the story out that they were lovers. And that's how Ernest Pugh, that's how he's supposed to have helped Ernest Pugh with his image. Fix it, Jesus. Okay, no wonder William McCray called him the F word. Okay, he wasn't in my see. He was okay. Thank you, Christine.
This one and putting thumbs down on that one. And I'm gonna be transparent. I was looking at tonight. I was looking at tonight. Now, you have some full-fledged homosexuals that are in the adjutancy, but because they're able to camouflage, and because they're able, and you have preachers and you have pastors and you have bishops that's into some of everything. I looked at an adjutant that just got out of prison, running around walking with bishops. And you would try to look at this person and cast judgment on them, and you just got out of jail. Homeless. Like, okay,
so just let y'all know, I learned this for MCD, Metro SD. An adjutant is like the assistant of a pastor. That's like No, they're there with scheduling, helps, get their, their water, their soup, their, food or whatever. Helps with, carrying, I don't know, their Bible or something. Helps them when they get from place to place. It's called an adjutant. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong now.
Backbiters. And we pick one up and we put it up and down. Stop playing with folks' lives. And then you get mad at me because I expose it. And I thought, I in 2030, what is this? 2023, I am going back to my old ways and I'm going to go all the way ham.
You are?
And I'm going to start with this first. There's too much trash that is being elevated and running around with positions and making money and doing and having influence that is trash. You got a guy that wasn't even able to stay at a church for 3 months before stealing and has a national position. Trash.
Ooh,
you got guys that have just gotten out of prison. They're sitting up because you got some K&G suit on and you want to sit up and act like you dignified. Nigga, you just got out of a prison cell.
Yeah, it's like an armor bearer.
You got these molesters and these trifling folks, and you running around at conventions and shaking hands and talking about, hey, doc, and you trying to look your nose down on this one or on that one, and you are in a worse place, in a worse state. Yourself. But you want to try to cut us. So anyway, I think it's going to be interesting. I think I'm wondering. See, this is the thing that is interesting to me. So, like, I'm wondering. I want to see how far. I want to see how far Carlton Pearson is willing to go with Larry. I want to see how far Bernard. Now, because see, the interesting thing about Bernard Jordan, Bethany's son. Okay, his daughter's son was sexually molested and violated by Master J, who mysteriously died in Miami. I don't know if Bernard Jordan had him killed or not, but it was interesting that he went to Miami and then that he later died. And when I talked to Bernard told me directly himself that he was going to make Master J pay for what happened. Now I don't know how he hid and got Reverend Knight's house. He has Reverend Knight's house. That house is a huge mansion, and I think it has. I
think maybe he means Reverend. Hold on, y'all.
Bethany's son was over there, and he was in one of the bedrooms.
Okay, so he's talking about he's triangulating Bernard Jordan because he used to work for Bernard Jordan. And so he kept secrets and stuff about Bernard Jordan, but then Bernard Jordan tossed him aside for Larry Reid. Okay, so I'm gonna go back a minute because I think he was getting his people wrong because I was like, Jam Master Jay was not with Bernard Jordan; it was Reverend Run.
And I think it has 10 bedrooms, and each bedroom he has Reverend Knight's house directly himself. Mysteriously died in how far Bernard never far. I want to see how far Carlton Pearson is interesting to me. So like I'm wondering, I want to see how far. I want to see how far Carlton Pearson is willing to go with Larry. I want to see how far Bernard. No, because see the interesting thing about Bernard Jordan, Bethany's son. Okay, his daughter's son was sexually molested and violated by Master J, who mysteriously died in Miami. I don't know if Bernard Jordan had him killed or not, but it was interesting that he went to Miami and then that he later died. And when I talked to Bernard told me directly himself that he was going to make Master J pay for what happened. Now I don't know how he went there and got Reverend Knight's house. He has Reverend Knight's house. That house is a huge mansion, and I think it has 10 bedrooms, and each bedroom has its own bathroom. They're like suites. And Bethany's son was over there, and he was in one of the bedrooms, and he had taken a shower. Master J went into the bathroom while Bethany's son was naked, and there was some inappropriate things that happened, and it was so bad that Bethany's son no longer wanted to have anything to do with his grandfather, and did not want to ever go back over to the grandfather's house. He was no longer comfortable, and this bothered Bernard greatly. Now, for whatever reason, I have absolutely no idea. I have never been told or confronted, but for whatever reason, Bernard cut me off. When he picked up being involved with Larry, he cut me off. And that's fine.
Did y'all hear that?
You ain't gotta be my friend. The Lord is my source. The Lord is gonna make a way for me. And I don't have to be beholden to nobody. So I don't know why he cut me off. Then there's a guy that had something Owens, Davion Owens, that is supposed to be close to Bernard. And so he was inboxing me and trying to, develop a rapport with me because there was some stories and some things that happened or transpired out of New York. And so he was telling me that he was very close to Bernard Jordan. So I told him, I said, well, Bernard don't have anything to do with me. And so he said, well, I'm going to ask him. And I never heard from him again. I was had a rapport with George Bloomer. That ended when Bernard cut me off, and then Eric Figueroa. So I am interested in seeing how far these men are going to be willing to go. See, the Bible says that it's nothing, and see, everything goes back to the word. The Bible says there's nothing is nothing more precious than a good name. So whether he ever goes to jail or is prosecuted, just now that this kind of hideous act is out there and associated with your name is enough. So I'm wondering how, and maybe y'all can tell me, how far, or do you all really, do you think it'll matter? Now, I got into a heated debate, because this is the thing. Most of y'all watch or follow all of us. Okay, really, it's just like these people that have these little churches, and it's the same members going from this one's church to this one's church. Y'all follow me, y'all follow Larry, y'all follow
like, share, subscribe, y'all.
Y'all follow everything. You don't have no kind of commitment or loyalty to any one person. So it's going to be interesting to see if it has some level of effect. Now, it very well may not. It very well may not. But how can you listen, follow, and support someone that has no credibility? How can you listen and follow somebody that manipulated and violated children? Come on now. If a man want to pull his drawers down and let another man have sex with him, then that, they grown and they made a decision to do that. But when you start dealing with children and teenagers, and then when you have somebody that is willing to come forward, don't you disrespect Prince like that? He knows where the bodies are buried, and he doesn't report anything on that group. They will stay recorded. Well, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I don't think that he knows anything more than what I've been exposed to. I doubt that very seriously. And see, the thing about it is going to be when others start backing away. See, they don't have to back away from him. What will happen is people will start backing away from them because of their affiliations and associations. See, that's what's going to happen. See, nobody that is supposed to be a sanctified preacher can rationalize inviting and having anybody come and preach and support their ministry, and they are known molester. I don't see how you can rationalize that. Yeah, I don't know who this stupid person is that has put a negative face up next to my next to my cash. But unfortunately, we do still have. My town, I want you.
But unfortunately, we still do have some molesters that are being protected in the church. But then we'll say, oh, if someone's gay, oh no, you're wrong. You're going to hell.
If y'all can support Larry and these other trash and these other folks that's out here, y'all can support me. I'm gonna just say it like that. Now y'all can say it's not gonna have an effect. Y'all can say that nobody. I guess so nobody has any kind of morals. No one has no kind of principles, no kind of standard, no kind of anything. So that's what y'all saying. That's what you're saying. You're saying that that we're living in a society and a time where we have no integrity. No one gives a damn. Okay, so is Yolanda going to still be able to have some level of affiliation with somebody that has been declared to be a molester? Is Kirk Franklin and any of these other people that have had some level of degree of connect? Are any of them? So y'all saying that none of that is going to matter, and they're going to still be able to have their connection? And it's not, and no one is going. No one. So is that how sick and how demonic that the church has become? Because if that's the case, then we all need to empty out and not even go. We're not talking about somebody that has had sex as consenting.
Saying
that they were teens, that they were children, and that they were violated in this kind of way. And then the description of the very graphic sex acts is. Whew. So anyway, I just wanted to come on. I wanted to address it. Everybody's been asking me about it. I'm going to be going over this and quite.
I put it on double speed, Lady of Justice.
Some investigative reporting and some traveling there into these places is going to be required and necessary, because I really want to get to the bottom of it. Like I want to know. Oh, Matthew Stevenson paid him. You remember he was doing all of this reports on Matthew Stevenson, and then he just faded to black. And then the very people, and so when he gets paid, because the very people that he has talked about in such a negative form, then he starts singing their praises. Then he starts complimenting and putting them on a pedestal. He talked about James Hall and that Jeffrey Thomas situation, like James. And I asked James, I said, James, how can you come to Atlanta and go to a brunch, a party, or whatever it was for Larry Reid, but you and Kevin Bond can hate me? it made absolutely no sense to me. But he apologized or whatever. So, you know, and now James and I have been able to, you know, come to some terms. But I don't understand that. Y'all hate me and think a child molester's praises.
Mm.
All right, y'all, I'm gonna get off here because it's already 1 o'clock on Central Time, so that means it's 2 o'clock on the East Coast. I've been on too long, but I really you know, we're gonna be dealing with this for a while.
Okay. I'm gonna stop right there. For the next hour, a little bit under an hour, he's gonna be on FaceTime with another user. I mean, the other, you know, someone on the Facebook Live. Yeah, everybody voted because he was talking really slow, and I said, okay, y'all put 2s in the chat, and I'll speed it up. Okay, and then I moved it to 1.5 because everyone's like, no, it's gonna be too fast. Then I moved it to 1.5, and everyone's like, well, he's talking normal now. I said, okay, I'm gonna move it up to 2. But yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so I want to thank Respective Angle, Daniel Russian, Lola Grace, Lady of Justice, Calandra Brown, the Respective Angle, Samba Queen, I Am Human First, Encourage NYC, Lady of Justice, Christine Parks, Quiet Storm, Against the Wind, Lola Grace, who else is in here? I saw Sexy Toy Lady, Calandra Brown, Dr. Blue, Teresa Jackson, German Aboard, Chajali Macho, Miss E, Holmes Erica, Roxanne, Just Z1. Okay. Let me see who else is in here. Information Man Show. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you, IS Nation TV, for showing up. Appreciate you. What else is in here? Thank you, Sandra, too much for you before you. I'll definitely keep you in prayer. Y'all please pray for her. She hasn't been feeling well. And I hope, thank you, D. Spears Sectors TV, Encourage NYC. I think I saw Leonard Emil Taylor. Didn't I see his name in here? I hope I didn't. Blame it on my head, not my heart. If I forgot you, I certainly didn't mean to. Okay. Please check out. I'm glad to see some of y'all. Haven't seen some of y'all in a while. We had 57 people in the chat at the most. I think 60. Thank you so much for coming over here and listening to me on a late Friday night, because we started about 9:30, 9:35, because I was late. I was on Let Me See It transcript time, and now it is 12:08 Central Standard Time. So good morning, good Sunday morning. I would definitely I may come back, I don't know, or I may just do it for Tuesday. But definitely going to be watching. Those of us who have membership to Tasha K Live, we'll be watching the video with Levantre's mom tomorrow, interview with Tasha K. The rest of you will see it on Monday. So love y'all. Y'all have a good Sunday, a good rest of your week. Oh, thank you, Battles and Journey. Thank you, Ransom Moreland Jr. Thank you, Angela Smith. Okay, for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you, TMK Media. Thank you, Vici, so much. All right, thank you, Medina Jaden. Thank you, The Shay Show, for being here. And like I said, if I miss anyone, please blame it on my head, not my heart. If you just came in, you might want to go back to the beginning. Just let you know, FYI, you might not want no kids around. Well, at least the last hour, you probably won't want no kids around. But get you some headphones. Thank you, Daniel Russian. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope y'all do come again. for coverage over this. Definitely check out my comrade Daryl Moore's last two videos. Check out the respective angles. Check out I Am Human First. Check out TMK Media. Dr. Blue, she's also covering this as well. She's very good insight. Check out Information Man Show. Check out the Sexy Toy Lady. She has very informative videos. She does product reviews. Just letting you know. Check out Jim on the Board. He's also a content creator. Who else is in here as a content creator? Some people I feel like should be content creators, but that's discussion for another show. Oh, Dederell, Spirit Sectors TV. Please check him out. Y'all have a good night, and thank you so much for your support. Bye.